sounds kind of self-helpy, and I feel like I've gone through some stuff that, like, not gone through stuff, but I've looked into stuff about, like, improving myself, or but not quite to the extent that it was intentional. uh but it's just like I heard some things of like, oh hey, that's a good thing to like improve myself, but I've never like looked into stuff to be like, I want to be the best myself that I can be intentionally. um so what does that mean?
Well, this system that I'm going to discuss is all about intention.
Okay.
It's all about setting an intention and going through with it,
Mm-hmm.
and feeling proud of yourself for going through with it. And it's a very gradual system because, like, if you've ever tried an exercise program like P90X that's like really, really intense,
Mm-hmm.
it tends to not work. Or like a diet that's really, really intense, it tends to not work because your ego is going to resist.
Yeah.
Your ego is going to resist against large changes. So just making small changes to your life, is small and gradual, is the best way to go for lasting change.
Yeah.
In what you want. I'm a musician.
Mm.
So one of the things that I'm going to really delve into is how to manifest gigs and success, like through social media and through networking.
So, I mean, where do you want to start? You start with the self.
Yeah. So, altering your ego requires an intention that you set to alter your ego. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens very gradually, as I said before. And what I'm going to talk about is segment intending, which is a method of altering that ego and making it so that your emotions don't take control of your day.
Yeah.
Because typically, the human being is just on autopilot.
Yeah.
Going through the day, letting everything affect you without affecting the outside world.
Yeah.
You know, if, you have a bad relationship with somebody and they call you, it can ruin your whole day.
Yeah, yeah.
It can affect you in ways that you weren't expecting, and then your whole day is ruined.
So use like an example of a goal, I guess.
So with segment intending, you're going to intend good and concise things for the very next segment of every day.
Okay.
So, like when you wake up, for example, you can say, I intend for my shower to be fun, to be safe, to be clean. And then you take your shower, and then you get out of the shower. That's a very small goal.
Sure.
To have a pleasurable shower. But then for the next segment of your day, you can say, I intend for the food that I'm putting in my body to be nourishing, to be filled with good tastes and love and light. So whether you're eating an Oreo or whether you're eating a salad, I guarantee you're going to get the most out of your meal if you intend for that meal to nutritionally benefit you to the best of its ability.
Yeah. I mean, that's similar to prayer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whenever people say grace and bless this food and that nourish us or whatever, that sort of thing.
Another example would be, like, as I said, if someone with a bad relationship is calling you, you can look at your phone and say out loud or think, I intend for this phone call to be brief, to be concise, and to not affect the rest of my day.
Yeah.
Or getting in a car. I intend for this car to run well and for everyone on the road to get safe to their destination.
Yeah, yeah.
And just imagine if everybody did segment intending, how much safer the roads would be.
Yeah.
Because you're mindful. It's a great way to practice mindfulness. You're mindful of the thing that you're doing in that particular moment.
Yeah.
You're putting your focus on that and not just letting your brain go on autopilot. You're focusing on every single part of your day, and that's why it works.
And then what about whenever, like, you lose track of that intention?
It's very easy to forget to do this.
Yeah.
But you can bring yourself back into it, and it'll be just as effective. Because practicing mindfulness, it's easy for your mind to stray. But when you remember it, it works just as well as it did before you forgot.
Yeah. Go ahead.
One thing that I do want to say about segment intending is that if you're in a bad mood, you want to jump up on the mood scale. Like, let's say that you're frustrated, right? The highest you can go would be like joy. So go from frustrated and then maybe jump up, take a few deep breaths, calm yourself down to irritated, and then to annoyed, and then to neutral. And then start practicing intending your segment.
Yeah. Go ahead. What were you even?
Oh, I was going to say, when you forget, it's important to not, like, bully yourself, because that will hinder the mindfulness bit.
Yeah. And then, like, it is kind of what you did there just with that example is you're sort of further segmenting. So, like, in a way that, yeah, you have this intention and you're frustrated, and then you just segment even further to be like, okay, well, let me get to this goal. And so even whenever you're like not all the way through one intention, you're making another intention, so that you're breaking stuff down in a way that each small goal is achievable, so that you can continue making more steps along the way.
Exactly. Because it's so important to be mindful of the way that you feel when you're doing segment intending, because the way you feel is your point of attraction.
Yeah.
So you can say, like, if your ex calls you, and your ex isn't Santiago, because Santiago's amazing. But if your ex calls you and you're already frustrated, saying through grit teeth, I intend for this phone call to be pleasurable and short, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You've got to calm yourself down first, and then go into that situation with mindfulness after you're already calm.
But you do also have to be honest with yourself that, whenever you are saying that through gritted teeth, you're kind of lying to yourself and saying, like, yeah, you're telling yourself that you want it to be short, but, like, since you're frustrated, you're not really intending it anyways. And that's something about, like, yes, being mindful, but, like, being aware that what you're feeling may not be the same thing as what you're thinking. And that's a lot of, again, being mindful. There's a lot of times when I have to stop myself and realize whenever I'm being biased or angry or frustrated. And so I have, like, my 3 things that I always go back to. And I might be wrong. is something to kind of always keep me in check. That even though at times I may feel like, yes, this is the way that I'm feeling right now, I also have to keep in mind that I may not know everything, and that only afterwards will I be able to realize, oh, okay, that's what I was feeling, and I have to be aware of that at every moment. What's the next step, I guess, once you get through these small goals?
Well, talking from a musician standpoint, and I'm talking directly to musicians here, anybody can use segment intending, and if it feels good in your gut, then it's true for you. But even if you're not a musician, let's say you're a baker or an artist or whatever you are, the next step is to truly discover yourself. So after you've achieved all these small goals, I hear all the time people saying, oh, I want to get a gig, or, oh, I want to get this job.
Sure.
But what are they doing to actually put themselves out there?
Yeah.
Nothing, because this culture wants you to feel like you have to be discovered by other people.
Yeah.
You hear all these stories about, oh, I want to be discovered. Oh, like I went on American Idol and I got discovered by these people. Right? But branding is so important for whatever you're doing. If you're going in for a job or you're wanting to get more gigs, branding is so important. So really evaluating who you are and what you want out of your life.
Yeah.
And being mindful of your brand really helps. So you discover yourself.
Yeah.
And then you put yourself out there to others. Because if I came to you, Santiago, and I was like, oh, I want to do an album, but I don't really know what I want to do. I just want to have an album out there. There's not really anything you can do to help me. But if I was to say, Santiago, I want to do this album. I want it to be all disco songs. And I want it to be all acoustic.
Sure.
Then you have a direction to go.
Yeah.
Then people know how to help you. So communicating to others exactly what you want requires you to evaluate.
Sure.
And be introspective about what you want.
Yeah.
So you can't get what you want out of life if you don't know what that is.
Yeah. And I mean, I have a hard time putting myself out there. Whether it be just like self-consciousness or whatever. I'm not even really that self-conscious. It's just that, I don't know, there's a shame attached to always trying to sell your product. I don't like being a salesman. I want people to want to enjoy my stuff rather than put it in their face and then they have to listen to it, and so that's something I have a hard time with. I don't promote this podcast probably as much as I should. I don't promote my music probably as much as I should, but that's kind of tied to this sense of shame about like, well, I don't want to try and sell people stuff all the time.
But how are they going to enjoy it if they don't know that it exists?
Yeah. And I mean, to the other extent, I feel like the people that do care about me, but still like that know about it, but like still don't like listen to it or listen to my music. Like, I don't know. I feel weird just like hammering people about it. Do I just get over it, or
I would just find your niche. Find the people that are going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Don't worry so much about hard selling people who aren't going to enjoy it as much. It's not about the hard sell. It's about the soft sell. It's about, oh, hi, this exists.
Yeah.
Also, people are going to react very well and very quickly if you say, I need your help.
Sure.
So I need your help with this album.
Mm-hmm.
Come listen to the first few songs and tell me what you think.
Sure.
I need your help with this podcast. We need to get to 1,000 hits. Right?
Yeah.
And
I haven't
then
gotten to 1,000 yet. Don't worry about that.
And then people are going to listen.
Yeah.
And just say concisely what it is that you're doing
mm-hmm.
and what you need help with.
Yeah.
That's how I got my drag
Sure.
crew up and running. I run House Down Productions, which is a drag queen showcase out of Norman, Oklahoma. And one of the ways that I got my audience up was blasting on Facebook, I need your help. We need to get to 500 followers.
Yeah.
And then people started following the page, and then they knew exactly when we were doing shows, and our audience got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Exactly. And House Down was on the podcast, and you can listen to that. Lee was also previously on the podcast, so the podcast before that. But that was 57 and 58, if you want to listen to that. Plug.
Yeah.
Plug.
It's fun. It's a bunch of drag queens sitting in a room together, and trust me, they all need your help. So please listen to them. Find them on social media and tell them to get off the cocaine. Please. They all need your help.
Yeah. Anyways.
They're not on coke. Just Jexa.
Okay.
Just kidding. She's not.
Hopefully none of them is on coke. Coke is expensive. That's rich people drugs, and I'm not about that life. Anyways, yeah. Have you just lost the shame in promoting yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, I have, because I know that what I'm selling is joy.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm selling to people is joy, is a sense of belonging, is happiness. Through my drag company, we allow kids in. It's a safe place for everyone to be with their family, being able to express themselves. And I have no shame in selling self-expression and love to people.
Yeah.
Same with my music.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get my friends out to my gigs, they can meet other people. Mm-hmm. They can listen to some great tunes. They can usually eat some great food, depending on where I'm playing. What I'm selling isn't harmful or wrong in any way.
Sure.
You can't build your livelihood on things that are violent and destructive and not feel shame in what you're doing.
Well, I mean, the military-industrial complex is a multi-billion-dollar industry, so...
In the meat industry.
But I'm sure they have also lost the shame at some point, because the riches far outweigh the...
the collateral damage.
Yes. Well, to them, at least. Hooray for degrees of separation. But... then there's another part to that, which is, like, I don't know if maybe there's a sense of, like, egotisticalness in feeling like my music is good enough to enrich your life. And maybe I still have that shame too, but, like, it's, especially with people constantly being bombarded with, like, look at my stuff, look at this stuff, buy this thing, buy this other thing. It does become difficult to I guess become a part of that, be another one of the people that is asking others to look at your things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
So, I mean...
but humbling your ego and letting go of shame don't have to be separate things.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, how do you reconcile, I guess, like, my music is good enough for you to listen to and not other things?
Well, I don't really look at it that way. I look at it as, hey, I have this music that I wrote that I enjoy playing.
Sure.
So if you want, you can watch me do something that I enjoy, and maybe you'll enjoy it too.
Sure.
It's all trial and error, and it's not about the hard sell.
Yeah.
As I said, it's about the soft sell.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't look at it as pay attention to me and all these other things.
Yeah.
It's I'm doing something that I really enjoy, and if you want to support that,
sure,
you can come and watch my show.
Yeah, that makes sense. So then what becomes a goal at that point? Is it like get this many people, or get one person, or have people enjoy the show? What's a reasonable goal to set?
I would say that before you play a show, I would say I intend for this music to reach at least one person.
Mm-hmm.
And then that person can tell another person.
Sure.
And then that person can tell another person.
Yeah.
If just one person believes in you,
yeah,
that'll turn into 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So I intend for the show to be enjoyable for at least one person.
Sure.
And sometimes that person is you.
Cool.
But often it's more than you.
Yeah.
But if you're having fun up there, people are going to see that joy. And joy is infectious. Joy is absolutely infectious.
Yeah. What... I'm trying to even word, like... I also have to speak while I'm thinking of the sentence at the same time. So, at what point... At what point have you reached the goal?
Well, I had someone come up to me that when I was playing at a coffee shop here in Bethany, just a small little inconspicuous coffee shop, kind of a newer place, not a lot of people knew about it. And this guy sat there for my entire set almost. And he was staring at me very intently. And he left me a large tip.
Cool.
And then I saw him again. And he said, and this isn't the name I go by in my everyday, but it's my stage name. And he goes, "You're Kaylee Sawyer." He was asking my partner, Zamir, who plays the violin, "Do you know Kaylee Sawyer?" And so he saw me at another gig, and he was like, "You're Kaylee Sawyer. I'm so nervous even talking to you." He was shaking. He was literally shaking. And he was like, "I love your music so much. I saw you at that coffee shop in Bethany, but I had seen you years before playing at another place in Oklahoma City. And I thought that you had moved away, and I was so sad. And then when I saw that you were back, and I saw that you were playing at that coffee shop, I really, really enjoyed it." And so just his reaction of sheer joy. I mean, he was nervous to talk to me. He was literally shaking.
Yeah. That's cool.
But we became friends, and I told him that I enjoyed his music too, and that made him so happy. So just bringing that happiness to people.
Yeah. And then what does it become? Because then you like try to make a living off of it, I guess. Like
Yeah, so what you're going to have to do is ask for help.
Yeah.
Humble yourself enough to ask for help from other people. You can't do it all by yourself. I booked my own national tours when I was getting really heavy into music. And what I did was I would call...
Everything.
I would call coffee shops. I would call wineries all across the country and say, "Hey, when you have open, when can I play your venue?" Then you're building a fan base that enjoys your music all over the country so that you're never running out of gigs. You can just tour forever and ever. Yeah. And all you have to do is pick up the phone or set an email and call.
Sure. Yeah.
It's really that simple.
Yeah.
I just want to say it really is that simple.
But it is a lot of work. Like it does take time, and it does take patience to call this many people, right?
It does, but not as much as you would think. A lot of people are very easygoing. A lot of people will just give you the information that you want when you call.
Yeah.
One way to streamline the process and make it a lot simpler is if you're a musician, you can make a good press kit.
Yeah.
You can get on a website like Squarespace and make a really simple, easy to navigate, clean cut press kit with videos of you playing if you don't have professional recordings.
Sure.
And little bios about you. You can put your song lyrics on there. You can put pictures on there. You can put testimonials on there. All sorts of different things. Make a press kit and then email that to as many people as possible. You can do the same thing with any kind of small business. If you're, just looking for work.
Sure.
Freelancing.
Yeah. Go to SantiagoRamones.com. That is my website. To Squarespace. It has all my things on it.
Yeah, SantiagoRamones.com. It's a great place to be.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is something that I have that I do use for people to get through to me or for me to send to other people. Do you have a website or press kit?
I don't anymore, but you can go to, because I've been focusing so much on my drag that I haven't really been playing music, but Santiago and I are playing a gig tonight. You're going to get this podcast late, so none of you are going to know about it.
Yeah, well, it will have been yesterday. Future past tense.
Yes, exactly. It will have been yesterday. But I do have Facebook.com/Kaylee LaSawyer for my music, where you can find a documentary about when I recorded in Washington.
Yeah.
And then you can also go to Facebook.com/House, HAUS, Down Productions. That's House Down Productions. To look at some really cool videos of drag queens.
Gosh, so much plugging. But the other thing is that at some point the goals start like snowballing. That what once was try to reach one person, it starts becoming try to reach 200 people, or then the goal changes from trying to reach people to making a successful album or making 5 more songs that you're more proud of or something. Where do you go from there once the smaller goals are easily achievable?
I wouldn't really try to change my goals all that much. I would stick with the small goals. And then all around you, it'll start manifesting. But that doesn't mean that you are changing what you're doing. Exactly.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So, instead of saying, I want to reach 200 people, you could say that on Facebook and try to get the 200 likes. But really, in your mind, setting your intention for just one person at your concert to really enjoy your music and bring their friends.
Yeah.
You could tell them, if they come up to you and say they enjoy your music, say, hey, next time you come, bring 5 friends.
Yeah.
And then those 5 friends will come up to you and say, hey, I really enjoyed your music. Hey, bring 5 friends.
Sure.
Just be sociable. Just be personable. Know what you want. Share what you want. And freely share it.
Sure.
Be kind to people.
Yeah. And then not necessarily for goals on being a musician or whatever, but bettering yourself. I have some friends that are sort of like lost in a way that they either don't know what to do or are like depressed and stuff, and so like they like sit at home all day or something. And so how do you get out of that box once you fall into it?
I would start with segment intending, what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Because this is something that my partner Zamir told me a long time ago. There's this metaphor about each day you start out with, let's say that you're at a dinner table and you have 10 spoons, and the 10 spoons are all your energy for the day. But people with depression start out with 5 spoons.
Sure.
Showering may take 3 spoons. Eating may take all 5 spoons.
Right.
It just depends on where you are. Right? So what I would do is start out with segment intending small goals. When you wake up in the morning, say, yes. When you wake up in the morning, say, I intend to get out of bed at a reasonable hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
I feel like with depression, as an example, or other mental illness, it's important that your segments be about creating the best life for yourself, and that starts with taking care of yourself. And I feel like it's really important that your goals start out very self-loving and maybe not focus so much on other people at first. Just to get back in the game of life, I guess.
Yeah. That's something I end up telling a lot of people is take care of yourself. Because if you're not, then you're not going to be able to spend time with people well. You're not going to be able to help others. And so as soon as you're able to take care of yourself and get yourself to a point where you're at least better than you were yesterday or something, that you'll eventually be out of the box. And I don't know, do you realize it whenever you're out of the box? Because I don't think I ever did whenever I did.
I feel like it kind of just hits you one day. You're like, hey, I'm doing way better. Like, I don't think there's an immediate, oh, I'm better.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and that's why I do find the segment intending thing to going a little bit higher than you were before.
Yeah.
But then also doing what you can. And that kind of is sort of the point of making small goals is making sure that you actually can achieve the goals that you set out to meet. Because at some point, like, I don't know, buying a house sounds terrifying. But you're not gonna just like straight up buy a house. There's a whole bunch of other stuff you have to do in between then. And so just like doing the small things in between then, and also the economy not fucking you over. But I mean, do what you can. And then, what's something that can help you to help others? Go ahead, friend.
I think that helping yourself and making sure that you're a together enough person to be able to freely give to others and freely express to others. Because the Thich Nhat Hanh, who's one of my favorite Buddhist philosophers, said that the best gift that you can give someone is your mindful presence. So just being present with other people, really present and really there with them, really caring about what they have to say, reaching out to them, is not only going to benefit you in whatever you're doing, but it's going to benefit other people.
Yeah.
Because they're going to feel valued and loved and cherished and appreciated for whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
So making sure you're together enough to be mindful.
Yeah.
So again, it all goes back to segment intending. It's one of the best things you can do for your life.
Yeah. Something that I've seen that is a bit more practical in helping oneself in if you ever listen to the Freakonomics podcast, but they did one on like grit and how people that like get a lot of stuff done or work really hard. Another method that I've seen in that, especially in doing things that you don't want to do, is pairing good things with things that you don't want to do. And so, like, the example that I've remembered very clearly from that one is like, oh, I have to like talk to my mom more often or something. But I also like want to go out to eat and have a nice dinner. And so if you pair the thing that's like, I don't really want to, like, it's not an active goal of mine to go like call my mom or something, but I can pair the two and do something that I was less likely to do with something that I wanted to do. So then that way you're killing two birds with one stone. Don't kill birds, especially not with stones. But you are achieving more, and that unpleasant thing becomes more pleasant. I always, for myself, I use the example of, since I listen to podcasts all the time, it's like doing the dishes while listening to podcasts. It's
I do that all the time.
And so it's like, I'm not really doing the dishes. I'm listening to a podcast. I'm just also happening to do the dishes. And that's something that with, again, little goals like that help me to be better. As far as being a musician, there are times where I might be like doing homework or something at a summer class for psychology. And so I was like watching a video and then I was practicing scales on guitar at the same time. And so that was kind of like two things I didn't really want to do, but one was more pleasant than the other. And so it allowed me to improve myself while also doing something that I didn't really want to do.
That sounds really effective. Yeah. I'm going to try doing that.
It's the same with like exercise too. You can like be watching TV or watching a show, and that, no, you don't get commercials, but like maybe you can find something to do that you can still be watching and still be exercising or something. Or in between an episode, you do like 20 push-ups or something, whatever that goal might be. I have a friend who he was trying to walk on the treadmill a lot more, and he always watches like House. He's probably seen all of House like 5 times already, which is crazy because each episode's like an hour long. But he would only watch House while on the treadmill, and so that way, whenever he was watching it, he like only was doing exercise whenever he was watching it. So that's a great way to be able to pair something that you want to do and with something that you don't want to do. Because it becomes very hard to even if you set a small goal, it's still just like, gosh, I don't want to do that. And so then, I mean, there's so many things in our lives that we don't want to do, but then you have to do anyways. I spent an entire day last week just sitting at the Department of Public Safety, and that was a wonderful waste of my day. But I listened to a bunch of podcasts that day, so yay, I caught up on my podcasts. So time is very precious. What do you do to do the things that you don't want to do?
Honestly, I just power through them.
Yeah.
I know that they're for my own good.
Yeah.
And I just power through them. I do listen to podcasts a lot.
Mm.
So that's kind of like when I'm doing the dishes,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that. But it also takes you away from being mindful. You know, like one of the things that I've been doing a lot recently is yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting into yoga a lot.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I didn't even want to go to yoga anymore because I was so tired. And it was an hour and a half with no music.
Sure.
In a, 105-degree sauna because it was hot yoga. But I went anyway because I knew that it was good for me because it forces you to be mindful.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're in a 105-degree sauna and your body is bending in all different shapes and ways,
yeah,
the only thing that you can think about is not dying.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing you can think about is keeping yourself alive.
Yeah.
Until you can get out of that damn room. And then after yoga, I felt so reinvigorated.
Yeah.
I felt so good. And so the feeling after yoga was enough for me to come back for more.
Sure.
Just sheerly accomplishing a goal. Especially if you make a visual list of your goals.
Yeah, yeah.
And check them off.
Yeah.
That has been enough for me to sustain segment intending.
Yeah. That is something that Sable and I have used quite a bit, that whenever we're feeling like stressed out about like, oh my gosh, I have a million things that I need to do. It's like, okay, then stop and like write it down. Or I don't write it down as much as she does, but like I do stop and like gauge what it is that I need to be doing. And so it's like, okay, what do you need to do? I have to do this and this and this and this. All right, which of those is more important? Okay, put that one first. Okay, then after that, like, I want to do this. Okay, so put that one last, I guess, or put it in the middle, whatever needs to work so that you can sort out your stuff and your anxiety isn't like bugging the crap out of you all day because you have a million things to do. So like being aware that I have this thing and then this thing and then this thing, everything is sorted out. I have it all figured out. Now I just have to do it. And that's been a great way for unstressing me out and unstressing Sable out. Yeah. Since we should probably get to playing music, what's one last thing that you want to add to all of this?
My boyfriend is speaking to me in sign language, and I'm trying to decipher what he's saying, but I can't, and it's frustrating.
Dead air is very uncomfortable for podcasting. You can just say it out loud.
You have a couple things listed, but it's up to you whether you want to share them.
Which is more important?
I would say that to get started with segment intending, I would intend on segment intending. Like, I would intend to do segment intending.
Meta.
So, like, when you go to sleep, say, it is my intention to have a restorative sleep, that I wake up refreshed, and that I utilize segment intending on, the next day's going to be Friday. So, if you're listening to this podcast and you're going to sleep, say, I intend to have this restorative sleep and use segment intending on Friday. Try it out. See if it works for me. And if it's true in your gut, then it's true for you.
Sure. Yeah, I like that. Once again, where can we find all of your things? Both of your things, actually.
You can find my things, Legal Sawyer things, on facebook.com/KaylaSawyer or facebook.com/house, HAUS, down productions for my drag stuff.
Zamir?
I have business cards. I don't really have an online presence yet.
Yeah.
But
well,
maybe that's a goal.
Yeah. Yeah, you can intend on doing that at some point. Very good violinist, so I hear. And I am about to find out. So thank you guys for doing this with me. I am Santiago Ramones. You can find everything that I do on my website, santiagoramones.com. I make music. An EP is going to come out sometime soon, and
Yay.
I've been saying that for the past 5 weeks. But that's what soon means, I guess, especially to a musician. But that will be coming out soon, and I will let you know. Until then, you can follow all of my things on my website, santiagoramones.com. I end all of my podcasts with my 3 things, which are Love Never Fails, It's Going to Be Okay, I Might Be Wrong.